A wrong someone has done you is about to be righted. The figure of justice represents fairness and tells me that something which has been bothering you is about to be put right. The scales on this card are visibly out of balance. Look how much lower the left one is, and that tells me that the world hasn't been fair to you recently. Someone specific has wronged you somehow. They've taken credit for something you've done, or acted selfishly, or hurt your feelings. The city in the background is a bit blurry, as though we are seeing it through tears, and so I think this is something that has given you a lot of private frustration, maybe even brought you close to crying. I think the city is significant too. Maybe it represents the place where this happened. I see tall buildings through the mistiness, which might stand for a skyscraper or office block, perhaps an apartment block. The figure of justice has arrived to make things right. They are literally rebalancing the scales, making the world a little fairer. Do you know who they might be? I'm not sure if this is a person. It might well be, and if it reminds you of someone, then that means it is. But if not, then this could be some event. Something is going to happen which will even things out and make you whole again. The Hermit is interesting and symbolizes your relationship with a person who has wronged you. It tells me this recent event has created a lot of distance between you. We see their eyes are hidden, and that tells me you maybe haven't been able to meet their eye lately. But I think it tells me that they feel a certain degree of shame for what they've done. They feel bad. They know they've upset you, but they haven't found a way to bridge the gap yet. Because of this, they have become the Hermit, withdrawn and maybe even a bit hostile. It can be very hard for people to admit their own failings, and this person has become defensive rather than admit wrongdoing. There is a small white bag at their feet, and I think that stands for a peace offering. It stands for something this other person is going to give you, a small gift perhaps, something that maybe doesn't fully acknowledge their role in this, but does stand for a way to try to make things better. They are going to bring you this small white bag. Maybe it's an apology, maybe it's a gift, and in doing so they are hoping they can repair the relationship. Interestingly though, the Hermit isn't holding the bag yet. It's still by their feet. This means they have decided they want to do this, but haven't yet worked up the courage to actually pick it up and make the gesture. This is a beautiful card. The Angel of Temperance can represent restraint, communication, or forgiveness. They are descending from on high, and it looks like they are staring lovingly at the thing in their arms, which is maybe the white bag from the previous card, the thing that the other person is going to do to make things right. I get the sense that this angel broadly stands for the situation rather than a specific person, and it feels to me like this predicts a reconciliation. The bright light of the sun shines from above. I think this tells me this person is going to apologize, perhaps with some prodding from the person or event represented by the figure of justice, and they are going to come to seek forgiveness. But more than that, this reading tells me they're actually going to try to make things right. They are going to try to repair the injury and make it better, using more than just their words. This reading doesn't say anything about what you should do, though, but I get the sense that this is all good news. The world will be rebalanced, and you will no longer feel hurt or upset by what has happened. The disagreement is about to be repaired.